ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति सुपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरों श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्द राधा कान्द नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवे प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी मुखं करोति वाचालं भङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमेश्वरम् योऽर्ध प्रविश्य मम वाचं मां प्रसूक्तां सञ्जीवयति अखिलशक्तिधरस्वदाम्नाम् अन्यं च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणां नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। जयदं सुरतो पङ्गोर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्य पादाम्बुजो राधा मदनमोहनो तमादिदेवं करुणानिधानं तमालवर्णं सुहृदावतारम् अपार संसार समुद्र सेतुं भजामहे भागवत स्वरूपम् परमानंद पाठाय प्रेमवर्षीयक्षराय दे सर्वदा सर्वसेव्याय श्रीकृष्णाय नमोस्तुमे। गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा हरि ओम तत्सत। So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, fifth chapter, and verse number 30 onwards. ज्ञानं गुह्यतमं यत्तत् साक्षात् भगवतोदितम् अनुभवोचं गमिष्यन्त कृपया दीनवत्सला। ज्ञानं गुह्यतमं यत्तत् साक्षात् भगवतोदितम् अनुभवोचं गमिष्यन्त कृपया दीनवत्सला। हरे कृष्णा उमा।
हरे कृष्णा। ज्ञानं गुह्यतमं यत्तत् साक्षात् भगवतोदितम् अन्ववोचन् गमिष्यन्ता कृपया दीनवत्सला।
हरि बोल जुबी माता जी।
कृष्ण प्रभु। ज्ञानं गुह्यतमं यत्तत् साक्षात् भगवदोदितम् अन्यवोचान् गमिष्यन्त्या कृपया दीनवत्सला।
मयूरी माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी। ज्ञानं गुह्यतं यत् तत् साक्षात् भगवतोदितम् अन्ववोचन् गमिष्यन्तः कृपया दीनवत्सलः।
सिनी माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। ज्ञानं गुह्यतमं यत्तद् साक्षात् भगवतोदितम् अन्वो वचन् गमिष्यन्ता कृपया दीनवत्सला।
Vivek, no translation, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. As they were living, those Bhakti Vedantas who were very kind to poor-hearted souls instructed me in the most confidential subject, which is instructed by the personality of Godhead himself.
Reboot. As they were leaving, those Bhakti Vedantas, who are very kind to poor-hearted souls, instructed me that most confidential subject, which is instructed by the personality of Godhead himself. So after the Chaturmasya, the 4 months period, they were leaving. So while they were leaving, they instructed Narada, the previous lifetime Narada, on what matter? The most confidential subject, which is instructed by the personality of Godhead himself. So what is the most confidential subject matter? Hmm?
Vedanta Purvi Vedanta.
What is that?
Vedanta Purvi Vedanta.
Vedanta, yes. About the scriptures, the ultimate goal of life, right? The essence of following the Vedic principles. So this is the most confidential subject. Guhyam, Guhyataram, Guhyatamam. Okay. The 9th chapter. What is that? The most confidential knowledge. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. Pavitram Idamuttamam. Pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam susukham kartumavayam. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. What is that? This most confidential knowledge is Raja Vidya, this king of knowledge. Raja Guhyam is the most confidential subject. There is confidential, more confidential, most confidential. Guhyam, Guhyataram, Guhyatamam. Guhyatamam, the superlative degree, most confidential. Secret, more secret, most secret, like that. So, what is the most confidential knowledge about the soul, the super soul, and things related to this material nature and the spiritual nature and everything? Why it is said most confidential knowledge in Bhagavad Gita, although it is given and it is open to everyone? It is open to everyone. This book is, we are distributing this in crores. And the chapter Shirshak, the heading, the caption is most confidential knowledge. If it is most confidential knowledge, why it is given to the public? Why it is given to the public if it is most confidential knowledge? It is available to anyone and everyone, right? So why it is called most confidential knowledge? What is the reason?
It's for only for devotees.
But
Otherwise, they are
it is available to everyone. Anyone can read that. If it is only for devotees, it should be in limited number and it should be secretly handed it over. Anything that is very confidential, we don't disclose to anyone, isn't it? But this is disclosed to anyone and everyone. It is published and distributed widely. Then why Krishna is telling Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam? That is the reason.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Dandapanna. Yes, Prabhuji.
But, maybe is it because it is giving the gyan for liberation? It's like this is something nowhere else we may find it. Is it something linked to that?
Yeah, it gives, it is the topmost knowledge,
Yeah.
it is confident knowledge. But it is available to everyone. No? If it is for liberation, everybody will grab it. No, why people are not grabbing it?
Even if you read it, only few understand it properly.
Yes, should have some qualification. Suppose I read the medical book now at this stage. Will I understand anything? It is open to me. Whereas Uma reads it, she can easily understand because she is given training in that field. So only a devotee can understand the essence of this knowledge. Others will just, on the surface, they will just swim. They cannot go deep into it. Only a person who has qualification, yogyata, can understand the essence of that. they will not swim on the surface level. They will go deep into the ocean and take the pearls out of it. Isn't it? If you swim on the surface of the sea, will you get the pearls? There will be expert divers who can dive deep into the ocean and get the oyster, and from there they will get the pearl. So similarly, here this Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam are all open to everyone. But who understands? So the key to understand the subject matter, the essence, the cream of this instruction lies with whom? With the devotees. Not with everyone. Although it is open. Okay. Although it is open. No, in some banks, the safe, the locker room, the strong room, there's some combination. You just press that combination number, then only you can enter that secret code number. It is not given to everyone. Similarly, to enter into the depth of this philosophy, it is possible only for devotees, not for ordinary people. If they read also, they will not understand. So it is, that's why Krishna says it is Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya. It's Pavitram, Uttamam, and Pratyaksha Avagamam Dharmim. It is personally experienced by devotees. This religious codes, this religious tenets, personally experienced. Susukham, and it is very joyfully experienced, very joyful. It's not that, drying. So when you get the essence of the teachings of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, you really relish it. And avyayam, what is avyayam means? Inexhaustible. It is inexhaustible. You enjoy this. So to get the taste for this, you should get training in the association of devotees. Otherwise, it will be a dry philosophy only. Nobody will be interested. That's why this 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is known as the most confidential knowledge. Although it is open to everybody, everyone will not understand, everyone will not relish it, everyone will not take advantage of this. So a pure Vedantist or a Bhakti Vedanta instructs followers exactly according to instructions of the Lord himself. That's why it is said, as which is instructed by the personality of Godhead. So that's why Prabhupada says unbroken chain of discipline succession. It's a bona fide parampara. The acharyas who is coming in the Sampradaya, they will not deviate from the instruction. They will not add or subtract anything from that. They will not dilute anything from that. As received from the previous acharyas, they pass it down. Nowadays, if I say something to somebody, he will add or she will add or subtract something from that and pass it on to them. And again, it will be diluted and passed. So by the time it reaches the end person, the instruction will be totally different. But in the olden days, the sadhus, the acharyas, they pass it as it is. That is why Prabhupada kept the title of his book Bhagavad Gita, not just Bhagavad Gita as it is. And as it is given from the parampara, as it is, without adding or subtracting or diluting anything. How Krishna wanted this to be conveyed to all of us through Arjuna. Exactly the same way, in a very detailed purport, he has given to us so that we can easily understand. Because he knew very well that without the detailed purport, people in the age of Kali will not understand anything. Because we are Manda, Mandabhagya, Mandabuddhi, Alpayusha, all this negative qualification we have in the age of Kali. So, just like how children are fed by the mothers, in spoon, just keeping in the mouth, child has to just take it, munch it and swallow it. Similarly, Prabhupada has made laddu out of this, very sweet. And he has Now put it in the jar, so many laddus or gulab jam. The devotees goes and take how much ever they want, they take and gulps, eat it very nicely, relish it. Similarly, he has given this Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita and other literatures very nicely, it's like laddu. Whichever side you bite, it is sweet. So he made it so convenient and comfortable for us. For that also we don't have time, unfortunately. That's why Bhagavatam says, Rayana Alpavisha Sabhya Kalau Asmin Yuge Janaha Mandaha Sumanda Madayo Mandabhagya Ubatu. Mandabhagya, our luck is also not favorable. We are lazy, we are less intelligent, we are always disturbed, but even the luck is not favorable to most of us. Why? Luck may be favorable for material things. No, many of us are, highly educated materially, highly positioned, highly, earning money and other name and reputation, everything. But spiritually, big zero. Yeah. So what's the point? And we're always disturbed. So Mandabhagya means we don't have real fortune to understand the essence of the Vedic literatures, the purpose of human life, the goal of human life, the process of human life. I mean, the process of attaining the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We don't know that in this age of Kali especially. So a pure Vedantist or a Bhakti Vedanta instructs followers exactly according to the instructions of the Lord. So that is the Parampara system. The personality of Godhead, both in the Bhagavad Gita and in all other scriptures, has definitely instructed men to follow the Lord only. Okay? The Bhagavad Gita and other scriptures follow all of us, instruct all of us to follow the Lord or his authorized bona fide representatives. Not anyone and everyone. The Lord is the creator, maintainer, and annihilator of everything. The whole manifested creation is existing by his will, and by his will, when the whole show is finished, he will remain in his eternal abode with all his paraphernalia. So everything is emanating from him and it is maintained by him, and at the end everything is annihilated and goes back to him only. So from him, creation is taking place. He is doing the maintenance and goes back to him after everything is destroyed, along with the paraphernalia. So what is the paraphernalia? What does it mean here? The whole manifested creation is existing by his will. It comes into existence by its Ichha Shakti, just by willing. Thinking, willing, and feeling. These are the three aspects of the mind. So, by our willing, a building will not come into existence. Will that? Suppose I just wish there should be a beautiful building here. Will it happen? No. But simply by willing of Krishna, a beautiful building can exist. Why building? So many universes comes into existence. So that is supreme. So he creates everything and it should be maintained also. Creation is easy, annihilation is easy, but maintenance is difficult. So the maintenance part he himself took. The primary creation he himself took. Secondary creation he gave to Brahma. And the destruction he gave to Lord Shiva. So like that Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. And after everything is annihilated, everything along with the paraphernalia goes back to him. What is the paraphernalia?
Mahatattva.
What is that?
Mahatattva.
Yes. The complete material ingredients goes back to him. Okay, everything, because the whole creation, it is made up of 24 elements. So everything in subtle form goes back to him in its seed form. It came as a seed, it goes back as a seed. the living entities also goes back to him till next manifestation takes place. Okay, so what are the 24 elements? What are the Sankhya philosophy? Lord Kabila instructs the Ahodi about the 24 elements. Which are the 24 elements? Nobody knows?
Prabhuji, is it Panchabhuta plus
Yes.
mind, intelligence?
Yes. 5 gross material elements. Mumira, Apo, Analo, Vayu, Kam. Okay. 5 knowledge acquiring senses, by working senses, 15. Okay. 5 sense objects, 20. Then 3 modes of material nature. Okay. Then the subtle 3. That is mind, intelligence, and false ego. So the 3 modes is 1, is calculated as 1. Mind, intelligence, and falsehood 24. Find for 20 plus the 3 modes, it's treated as 1. 21 plus 3 mind, intelligence, and falsehood. That is 24. So the whole material creation is a combination in different permutation combination of these 24 elements. Above the 24 elements, you will find time, you will find soul, you will find supersoul. So the Sankhya philosophy teaches us that, checking, analyzing each and every element, Bhumi, Apo, Analo, Vayu, Kam, mind, intelligence, false ego, working senses, knowledge acquiring senses, 3 modes. Then says, Neti, not this, not this, not this, not this. So this is called analytical study. Why not this? This is all temporary. This has no permanent existence at all. It's all temporary. So what is real? What is real? The soul, Atma. That is real. So this is the Sankhya philosophy. So here it says everything goes back to the Supreme Lord after annihilation, along with all his paraphernalia. Before the creation, he was there in the eternal abode, and after the annihilation, he will continue to remain. He is not therefore one of the created beings. So in Bhagavatam also, there is 2-3 slokas that is Chatur Shloki. I am the first person. Before this creation, I was existing. During creation, I am existing. After creation, I will be existing. After destruction. So before creation, I am there. During creation, I am there. After annihilation, I am there. So he is the original personality of body. So that's what is mentioned here. Before the creation, he was there in the eternal abode. And after the annihilation, he will continue to remain. The whole material creation is destroyed. Nothing is there. It's vacuum. But still he is there. So that's why it is said that he is transcendental. He is not therefore one of the created beings. If it is created, these 3 aspects will apply to that. Creation, maintenance, and annihilation. For the soul, there is no beginning, no middle, no end. It is ever existing. Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, we have learned that, right? Natvevaham jadunasham nattum neme janadiva. There was no time, I, nor you, nor all these things did not exist, nor in future we shall cease to be. Lord Krishna says to Arjuna. That means always past, present, and future, the soul is existing. So he is not therefore one of the created beings. He is transcendental. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord says that long before the instruction was imparted to Arjuna, the same was instructed to Sun God, and in course of time, the same instruction being wrongly handled and being broken was again instructed to Arjuna because he was his perfect devotee and friend. So he is giving a rough account of when it was given before it was given to Arjuna, which time and period. So it was calculated roughly about 2 billion years or something like that. In the Bhagavad Gita purport, Prabhupada writes that. It was given to Sun God. Who is Sun God? What is the name of the present?
Vivaswan.
Vivaswan, yes. Vivaswan. Vivaswan gave it to his son. Who is that? Manu. Manu gave it to
Shagu.
Ikshvaku. Like that, in the disciple session, it was it. But what he says here, Prabhupada in the purport, being wrongly handled and being broken. So during the course of this knowledge being transferred down, it was wrongly handled and broken. So it got lost. That's what in the Bhagavad Gita Lord Krishna says, Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo vidhu sakana neha mahada yogo nashta parantaba. It's got lost. During the course of this transmission, this message as it is lost. So it is again instructed to Arjuna. Why? He is a qualified person to receive such knowledge because he is a pure devotee and a friend of Lord Krishna. To get the knowledge also you should have some yogyata, right? Some qualification. Isn't it? To get some admission in some universities, you should have some prerequisites, some qualification. Anybody cannot get admission, isn't it? Even materially speaking. So Arjuna was an exalted devotee. He was a friend of Lord Krishna. He is not friend from in this lifetime, in many times before that also. They were together. And Krishna says, Arjuna, you don't remember that we were together for so many lifetimes. I remember, you don't remember. So Krishna thought he is the right person to re-establish the lost knowledge, and a new parampara started from the Arjuna. So the same was instructed to Sun God, and in course of time, the same instruction being wrongly handed and being broken was again instructed to Arjuna because he was a perfect devotee and friend. Therefore, the instruction of the Lord can be understood by devotees only and no one else. Why Krishna considered Arjuna better than Yudhishthira, Bhima, Nagula, Sahadeva? Because the reason is, he is the best friend among all the 5 Pandavas and is a pure devotee also. All others are also devotee, but he has close-knit relationship with Arjuna. So he preferred to give this information to Arjuna rather than giving to anyone else. The impersonalist who has no idea of the transcendental form of the Lord cannot understand this most confidential message of the Lord. Prabhupada is giving, or informing us. There are people who follow different philosophies. The Lord has no form. Such people will not understand this because they don't have faith in the form of the Lord. They think that the Lord has no form. They think that the Lord has no qualities. They think that the Lord has no attributes. The Lord is Shakti, Nirakara, Nirvishesha, Nirguna. So such people will not understand supreme personality of God. So the impersonalist who has no idea of the transcendental form of the Lord cannot understand this most confidential message of the Lord. Such people will not understand that. Even though they may be speaking Bhagavatam, they will say these are all imaginary. Such thing as in Kurukshetra war or Hastinapura or Pandavas or Krishna's, they will say, go to the extent to say that they did not exist. These are all imaginary. So they will, such people, they narrate the Leelas very nicely, beautifully. At the end of it, they will say, these are all imaginary to make us understand, to teach us some lesson, but that did not happen. They will preach like that. They are called impersonalists. So the expression most confidential is significant here because knowledge of devotee service is far, far above knowledge of impersonal Brahman. The knowledge of devotional service is far, far above knowledge of Brahman. We know there are three aspects we have to understand when we want to understand spirituality. What are the three aspects?
Bhagavan,
Yeah.
Paramatma,
Yes,
and impersonal.
Bhagavan. Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Brahmedi, Paramatmedi, Bhagavan idi, Satyadi. Okay. So, knowing only Brahman is an incomplete knowledge. It's not wrong. See, impersonalism is not a wrong concept. Lord has that aspect also. But it's incomplete knowledge. It's not ultimate knowledge. The knowledge becomes complete only when we know the three aspects of the Supreme Personality of Godhead: the Brahman aspect, and the Paramatma aspect, and the Bhagavan aspect. Then it becomes complete. So, which the impersonal will not know because their knowledge is only partial, only the Brahman aspect. Jnana means ordinary knowledge or any branch of knowledge. Ordinary knowledge or any branch of knowledge. That is Jnanam. This knowledge develops up to the knowledge of impersonal Brahman. So Jnanis can go up to the impersonal understanding of Brahman. Jnanis. Yogis can go up to Paramatma realization. Bhaktas can go up to the Bhagavan realization. So the understanding of Bhagavan realization is complete because it consists of understanding Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So the devotees has a complete understanding because they accept all the three aspects. Whereas the Jnanis accept only the Brahman aspect, Yogis accept Brahman and Paramatma aspect, Bhaktas accept the Bhagavan aspect. So this is the understanding. Okay. Brahman, Paramatma, and Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan aspect. So Jnanis and Yogis and Bhaktas. So these are the three aspects and three types of devotees. Above this, when it is partially mixed with devotion, such knowledge develops to knowledge of Paramatma or the all-pervading. So when a jnani comes to the platform of applying to the knowledge of Brahman with some devotional activities, he'll rise to the platform of Paramatma realization. And that yogi applies further devotional service. He comes to the platform of Bhagavan. So a gradual development will take place and they will come to the platform of Bhakta. This is more confidential. So first is confidential. What is that? Brahman. More confidential is Paramatma. Most confidential is Bhagavan. But when such knowledge is turned into pure devotional service and the confidential part of transcendental knowledge is attained, it is called the most confidential knowledge. This most confidential knowledge was imparted by the Lord to Brahma, Arjuna, Uddhava, etc. So what is the most confidential knowledge? Understanding all the three aspects. The Lord is a person. He has a Brahman aspect. He has a Paramatma aspect. But the complete aspect is Bhagavan. So according to this, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan, the jnanis, the yogis, and the bhaktas. So this knowledge, absolute knowledge, the most confidential part of transcendental knowledge, was given to many devotees. Devotees, not Brahmavadis, not Mayavadis, devotees like Arjuna and Uddhava and Brahma, etc. This is what Prabhupada gives very nice explanation in the purport. So who is a Jnani? Jnani is also transcendentalist, but his knowledge is incomplete. Who is a yogi? He is also transcendentalist. His knowledge is incomplete because he doesn't understand all the three aspects. But a bhakta is complete because he knows all the three aspects. He takes into consideration the aspect of Brahman as well as Paramatma and Bhagwan also. So any questions or any comments on this? The example is given. Yes, Vivek Prabhu. Yeah.
No, Prabhu, finish and then I'll ask.
Yeah. See, Prabhupada gives often this example. The sun rays, the sun planet, the sun god. It's three types of knowledge. You know, we can see the sun rays, but the person doesn't know from the source of that sun rays. So the sun rays, who accept the sun rays, that is jnanis. But the person who knows the source of that, that is Paramatma realization. This is from the sun planet. And the person on the bhakti platform, he knows that there is a sun god. There's a presiding deity for the sun planet also. So this is a complete understanding. Sun rays, sun planet, and sun god. That is compared to Mayavadis and Paramatmavadis and Bhaktas. Yes, Prabhu, yes, 10 minutes.
Yes, Prabhuji, the thing is that like Vaishnavas and Vedantis, what is the difference between Vedantis and Vaishnava?
Bhakti Vedanta means those who are expert in Bhakti tradition. Bhakti Vedanta devotees. But only Vedantis, they're like Jnanis. Only Vedantis. They're compared to Jnanis. Here Bhakti is there because their ultimate goal is to attain the Supreme Lord as a person. But Jnanis, the Vedant, only Vedantis means they want to take shelter of the Brahman, the effulgence. Is it clear, Prabhuji?
Prabhuji, my question was between Vaishnavas. We are now saying Vaishnavas and Vedantis. Like if it is the same parampara,
Yeah.
then the name, why it is changing?
No, it's not the same parampara. Vaishnava parampara is different. Impersonally, they have their own parampara. Mayavada philosophy. They have their own, for example, Adi Shankaracharya, they have got different parampara. Vaishnava parampara is different. It's a different parampara. It's not the same parampara. So, in the four authentic parampara, Shri, Kumara, and Rudra, and Brahma, four. They're all Vaishnava paramparas. Not Vaishnava parampara. In the other parampara, the impersonalism or Mayada parampara, this four doesn't come. So the Vaishnava parampara, these are Vaishnava paramparas. And their Vedanta also, the conclusion of Veda, they translate as Brahman. But in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says very categorically, Vedesya sarver aham eva vedyu. To know all the Vedas means to know me. To know me means to know Krishna as a person, not as some abstract light. But that they will take as, that Krishna as a person is also a product of the energy which is all pervading, which is Brahman. So they will put it that way. That means, in other words, Krishna is a product of the energy. Krishna is a product of Maya or nature. That is their conclusion. Whereas in Bhagavad Gita, each and every verses, directly or indirectly, it is emphasized time and again that Krishna is a person. Aham sarvasya prabho. Maya adhyakshana prakriti. Under my supervision, this nature is working, manifesting, unmanifesting. Under my supervision, under Krishna's supervision. So how can the nature be, or Krishna can be subjugated to nature? If nature is under him, how nature can be his boss? Is it possible? Maya adhyakshana prakriti suyade sacharacharam edu nanena kaundaya jagat vipari vartade. Under my supervision, the whole material nature is working. It is manifested, unmanifested at frequent interval according to my desire, my supervision. So how can Krishna be subjugated under Prakriti or Maya? Is it possible? Srila Prabhupada has a title, Bhakti Vedanta. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So he was conferred this title by his god brothers because he was expert in Bhakti. Not just Vedanta, not just Vedantis. So to all our sannyasis, mostly their name starts with Bhakti. Many of them. Because it's a Bhakti tradition. Is it clear, Prabhuji? Did I answer your question?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Anything else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, is Adi Shankaracharya Mayavadi or Shaiva Bhakta?
It's impersonalist Mayavadi. He is an incarnation of Lord Shiva. He is Vaishnava only actually. But he was instructed to teach a particular philosophy to bewilder the public of that time. To bring back the Vedas from Buddha. So there was a purpose. Adi Shankaracharya is a Param Vaishnava only. He is incarnation of Lord Shiva. Who is Lord Shiva? Lord Shiva is Param Vaishnava. Vaishnavanam Yathasham. But his teaching was on the platform of impersonalism for a particular purpose. For a particular purpose. He is a Param Vaishnava. Yeah. And he also composed so many wonderful compositions. Jagannath Ashtagam, so many Ashtagam glorifying the Supreme Lord. Bhaja Govindam and all, so many. Yes, which recently Mairi Mataji has shared. So this is all glorification of Supreme Lord Krishna. He knew everything. But the instruction from Vishnu was that he should spread this for a particular reason. Why? Because the Vedas were rejected by Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha is also incarnation of Krishna only. That was also a particular purpose because Vedas were misused by people at that time, and in the pretext of Vedas, they used to slaughter the animals, poor animals, for their sense gratification. So Lord Krishna or Vishnu incarnated as Buddha and taught ahimsa. Reject the Vedas. Reject the Vedas. One cannot reject the Vedas because it is the breathing of Lord Vishnu himself. So to bring back Vedas, Adi Shankaracharya was used. Then later on, it was refined by Ramanacharya, further refined by Madhavacharya. Further, the most refinement took place when Lord Chaitanya came. So we got the most confidential, the most refined product Achintya Beda Abheda Tattva from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it's a slow and gradual refinement took place. So nobody is wrong. Everybody is doing their particular role, what was allotted to them. So we are fortunate to get the right information, right knowledge because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's. So we don't say that that is wrong. This is the most apt, most complete knowledge. That is right, but it is incomplete. That way we have to put it. Okay. Is it clear or anything else? Any other question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhu, regarding this 25,
24.
24,
Yeah.
right? So exactly, can you just quickly touch upon those?
Okay, I will tell that. 5 gross elements. That is earth, water, fire, air, ether.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And 5 knowledge acquiring senses.
Yeah, correct, Prabhuji.
Okay. 5 working senses.
Okay, Prabhuji.
5 sense objects.
When you say sense objects, means
For,
ears.
for each senses, there is a corresponding sense object.
Okay,
For
okay. So
eyes form for
eyes,
ear.
tongue, nose, skin, and ears, right?
Yeah. Okay. So 20 and modes of material nature. 21. 3 mind, intelligence, and false ego. 24.
Yeah. Okay, Prabhuji. What this false ego falls under? Which category?
False ego is subtle, but mind, intelligence, and false ego comes under subtle elements. You know,
Okay, Prabhuji.
that is a subtle body made up of. We have 2 bodies. One is gross body, the other one is subtle body. The gross body we can see because this is the Sthula Sharira made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether. We can see it.
Correct.
The subtle body we cannot see. It is made up of mind, intelligence, and false ego. So when we die, this whole, the Sthula Sharira, the gross body is perished here itself. But the soul is being carried by the subtle body, mind, false ego, intelligence to another womb of a mother, according to our karma. If we have to take birth again. So the soul is just like the example in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, just how the wind is taking the aroma of a flower from one place to another place. Similarly, the soul is being carried by the subtle body from one mother's womb to when he quits the body to another mother's womb, according to his karma and desire. Okay. Or if he has liberated, he will go back home, back to Godhead. So subtle body, we can experience the aroma or the fragrance of the flower. Can we see how the wind is taking the aroma from one place to another place? Can we see that?
Not visibly.
Yeah, it's not visible, but it is similarly. The soul is being taken by the subtle body. Can we see? We cannot see.
Yeah.
It is subtle. It is very subtle. Gross body, yes, we can see. The person say that he is dead. He left the body or she left the body. Okay, the body is intact. The head is there, legs are there, hands are there, eyes are there, nose is there, ears are there. All the parts are there intact. But we say he or she left the body. So who is that? He or she?
Soul. Yeah.
Soul. Along with soul, the subtle body.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So the moment the soul leaves the body, Now, after few hours, gets we will not be able to stay
Degrade, yeah.
near that, isn't it?
Yeah, start decomposing.
Start decomposing, and each and every element of earth, water, fire, air, ether, it will merge into the respective element in the
Mhm.
nature. That is what we are seeing. We either we
Yeah.
bury or we, cremated, or some religious practices, they throw it to the vultures.
Parsis.
I see, yeah. Some they put it in the ocean. So different practices, religious practices, they do that. So we know that all this, the whole material body, gross body is getting dismantled, decomposed, and destroyed. We cannot see.
Correct.
But the soul, along with the subtle body, by the arrangement of the super power, super soul, it goes and takes shelter of another womb of a mother. Definitely, there is some process according to the karma, desire, and all. This is a system. And again, that soul gets another material body. Till such time, this vicious cycle keeps going. Till such time, that means till that time that he or she doesn't get liberated from this mental existence. This vicious cycle keeps rotating. Sometimes human body, sometimes animal's body, sometimes bird's body, worm's body,
Well,
demigod's body, higher planets, middle planet, lower planet. From one, goalpost to the other goalpost keeps kicking, like that. It keeps happening.
Prabhuji, you mentioned that along with the soul, this mind, intelligence, and false ego, it has a subtle body it carries, right? So
Yeah.
whenever the new body, maybe this change, the mind or intelligence change. So again, it carry that new version of that subtle body when that body is also
So
left by.
the soul takes a new birth with a different body.
Yeah.
According to the impression and plans and karmas that it carries in the subtle body. Suppose it is getting another human body. So he will continue from where he left off. His desires will be there. His plans, future plans will be there. His liking, disliking will be there. Okay. All these things will come to surface at suitable time. So he'll get a conducive atmosphere, a set of parents that is matching his desires and karma. And the
Okay.
parents' karma and desires, according to that, they will get a suitable match of son or daughter.
Okay.
Some children, child prodigies, you find. At the age of 3 to, they are very great singers or great preachers or whatever. They can by heart then do superhuman intellectuals, you will find. Why? Because this is carry forward from the previous life. They were not ordinary people. So that impression is there. So by the grace of Supreme Lord, they exhibit that at the younger age, even before they getting matured.
So let's say, Prabhuji, that human again grow and have 50, 70 years.
Yeah.
So another kind of, let's say, interest or impression, so it will further carry and took those impression to the next.
Yeah. So whatever is getting fulfilled,
Yeah.
we should not have further desires. Suppose I
Yeah.
have desire, okay, that is fulfilled. I should not develop another desire. So this is endless. It keeps going. So that impression will be there. When a suitable time comes, suitable life comes, that impression will surface and it starts getting fulfilled. So the more impression, the more desires that we have, more plans we have, the more lifetimes we have to continue this. So material desire should be zero. Our spiritual desires to go back home, back to God to serve the Supreme Lord should develop. Just like how Narada, he had no material desires at all by the blessings of Bhaktivedanta devotees. So he knew the purpose of life. So he was not interested in sports. Unlike, other children of his age. Children of his age used to play and sports, this and that. But he was not interested. By the blessings of the Bhaktivedanta devotees, he was interested in spirituality. He wanted to have self-realization. So he got the blessings, he got the right instructions. So he pursued that path instead of pursuing the material enjoyment. Unfortunately, we are all maximum into the material enjoyment in the material world. We want to satisfy our senses, our extended senses. Although we may be participating in spiritual program, we may be interested in spiritual program, but we are not totally into it. We are doing part-time. I want this also. I want my good job, good family, good house, good name, good fame. And side by side, I want to go to the temple, give donation, pray for a little bit. Again, praying for what? Praying for enhancing my material facilities and enjoyment. So this is, our business is a part-time business. I cannot compromise on my comfort, my lavish living, luxurious living, or my reputation, my name, my position in the society. I cannot sacrifice that. But pure devotees means it is just like Prabhupada says, when we go to pass the stool, just finish the business and come back. We don't try to analyze what is it and how it looks like. We just forget it and just like that we come. That is pure devotees. So the material comforts and facilities, another name, fame, possession and all, it is just like passing stool for everybody. Unfortunately, we are. Even he says, Prabhupada says, King Bharat, he left his family, opulent lifestyle, all his prajas, his servants, his soldiers, his palace, everything. He gave the exact, just like I have a person go to the field and pass through and just without turning back, he just goes away. He left all the opulence living and went to the forest for self-realization. So we should also come to it's not that we should not enjoy. Yeah, we should take whatever is necessary, whatever is healthy, whatever is conducive for our spiritual activities. Not that you reject everything. Use everything in the service of the Lord. Whatever minimum best, if you have opulence, that also use in the service of. Don't say, no, I don't want money, I don't want palace. You should have a palace, you should have a lot of money so that you can engage in devotional activities, so that the devotees will be happy, the Supreme Personality of God will be happy, devotional activities can flourish and spread far and wide. This is not that. Nobody's against having the comforts or luxuries or Aishwarya. Only things we should utilize those in the service of Lord. That is the right utilization.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We will stop here. Next is 31. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, जय गो प्रेमानंद। हरे कृष्ण।